All right, guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see, I'm decked out in some new merch. Nothing is available. I haven't sold merch in a while, but I decided to just do some test runs, try to get a shirt, get a hat. Got this hat here too, which says Plume Gear, which is kind of the brand for my channel's merch. But yeah, just trying it out. This shirt, wait, there's the logo. It's hard when you're on camera. The logo, the shirt came out really nice. I really love it. The hat's pretty cool too. And this other one here is trucker style hat. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this stuff. Would this be something you guys are interested in? I don't know. I stopped selling merch a while ago because I wanted to just get everything in order. But this is newer stuff, and I think this looks better than the previous one in terms of the quality of the actual merch itself. We'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. If this would be anything you would be interested in, and maybe I'll make some shirts, some hats available for you guys. But let's jump in here. Let's talk about the craziest thing that happened yesterday. And it's actually kind of mind-blowing. It is the PS5 Slim. We knew a PS5 Slim was coming, or a new version of the PlayStation 5 was coming. And it seemingly has now been leaked all over social media. You can see it here. The revision, somebody took a video of the actual PS5. Here is the video live where the guy is moving this console around. And it looks pretty real. I mean, unless somebody has a really good 3D printer or something, or was able to completely replicate a slightly smaller version of the PS5, this looks very, very real. And they're calling this the CFI 2016 PlayStation 5 case. And the big difference here, there is a cutout randomly in the middle of the console itself. It is slightly smaller, and it has the disk drive popping out, which I think looks even worse than the current PlayStation 5. But I think there's also some other things here that are mentioned in terms of the differences that we can see. So from this tweet here from TCMF Games, it says that it is 5 centimeters shorter, slightly thinner, curved in the middle, smaller vents, the slits in the middle on both sides of the case. I don't know why they decided to do that. And 2 USB ports in the front. And this is kind of, this picture here they have in their poster was another leaked picture of what we saw from the PlayStation 5. And apparently this is going to be $399. Ignore the detachable disk drive section of that, because we can clearly see here in this video that there is a disk drive on this thing. And yeah, it looks brutal. Like, I don't know how else to say it. I don't know what PlayStation is thinking here. It seems like this is a joke at this point if they're going to release a slimmer PS5 here that doesn't even seem that much smaller than the current PlayStation 5, and it still looks the same, and it looks like it's even going to still have that detachable stand that you're going to have to screw on whether you are in vertical or horizontal mode. Now, the other thing that we really know here, well, we don't really know too much about this, but it does say this. Insider Gaming reported last year Sony was preparing for a PS5 with a detachable disk drive for September 2023. It's rumored that the next PS5 model will be sold on its own without the disk drive or in a bundle, which means the slimmer model could soon become the PS5 default, allowing people to attach a disk drive at a later date. Currently, you either have to buy the $399 PS5 digital edition or the $499 PS5 with the disk drive. And that was the rumor. But it looks like this one here, like I said, there is a disk drive there, unless that is attached. I'm not sure what that is, but that looks like a disk drive is completely right on the console itself. Or maybe that's the shell that you take off, attach to disk drive, and then put the cell on when the disk drive is under the shell. And then it comes with another shell that doesn't have the disk drive popping out. And I'm not really sure what all that means from this video and from the pictures that we did see. It even says here, now images and videos have leaked of a PS5 model that looks slimmer and slightly shorter and may well have a removable disk drive. So maybe people are thinking that thing is removable. But either way, we don't know. This isn't official from PlayStation. This could end up all being fake, but it looks pretty damn real, especially because a lot of the bigger outlets as well are reporting on this. It isn't like a 4chan post. You can see when he's moving the console around here, the writing on the bottom there that makes it look very, very realistic. It kind of reminds me of when the Starfield controller leaked and people were questioning whether that thing was real. The Starfield controller had all of the brandings of a legit controller, and it ended up being real. I don't know if that's a good way to base this assumption off of, but this has all the brandings of Sony, of the PlayStation stuff. Everything looks pretty legit. So I feel like this is legit, and we're going to get an announcement for a new model of the PlayStation 5, whether they're going to be calling this the slim version or they're going to just be calling this the new base PS5. Who knows? But I think this thing looks ugly as hell. It almost seems like it is a joke. And the PS5 design from the beginning of this generation, at least in my opinion, was pretty brutal, and they're continuing along with it. I was hoping if they were going to do a slim model of this thing, it was going to be a complete redesign, maybe just going back to something similar to the PS4 Slim, where it's just pretty much a slanted box, which I thought was sleek. I thought it was a much better design than they had it with the PS5. It would be super cool if they just kind of went with something like that, but obviously they need a little bit more space there. As you could see on the bottom, it is still pretty fat. So that was an interesting piece of news yesterday, and we will see when PlayStation decides to announce that. Now, let's jump over here. Let's talk about this here, since I already clicked on it. You saw it pop up. And I think this is pretty incredible, to say the least. This is some UK sales. And Christopher Drink tweeting this out. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was the 4th best selling game in the UK during July. And Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was number 5, the 2019 version. And he says this is GSD data. I think that is absolutely incredible to show how bringing back servers and revitalizing older backwards compatible games, how it can completely revitalize a community and revitalize a game. And Xbox did that. They went out of their way and they made these servers work for the older Call of Duty games, something that was confirmed after people were starting to be able to jump in and play online, where it was pretty much broken previous to that, and they are still selling very well. People love older games. People love playing these older games that were very good, brings back lots of nostalgic memories. And if you jump into Call of Duty right now, you jump into Black Ops 2, you jump into Modern Warfare 2, I think you'd be hard pressed to say that the newer versions are better than them, because these ones have great maps, great gameplay, and they feel incredible. So there's a lot of awesome stuff here, and I hope Xbox continues to do this with more titles. They did it for Shadowrun, they did it with Gears, and hopefully now that these games are selling well, and they're still selling well, this is a hint here for Xbox to go and make more of these games available in terms of the online servers, and they're probably excited to be able to drop these games into Xbox Game Pass when the deal closes. And I think this shows that they're going to be able to sell these games and to make money and to get people to sign up to Game Pass by putting them on the surface. It would be super cool if they took all of these older Call of Duty games and made a Master Chief Collection compilation of it. I think that would be awesome to see. But who knows? Maybe this is the beginning of that, because they're testing it out. That just probably not, but it would be an amazing thing to see now when Activision becomes a part of Xbox. Now, Forza Motorsport. This game is causing a lot of division right now on social media and in the Xbox community. And that is because Forza Motorsport launches in October. I personally think it looks phenomenal from what we have seen graphically. The gameplay, I think, is going to be out of this world, and for a racing sim. And for somebody like myself, who I'm not the biggest racing sim guy, I'm not the biggest car guy in the world. I do like my racers, but I'm definitely more on the kart racing and arcadey side for kart racers. But I'm very much looking forward to Forza Motorsport. Now, there are a couple of things here that are missing from this game that we already have heard about, and it looks like they've announced some more features that will be missing. And this is what they said during their Forza Monthly. They say, unfortunately, made split screen really difficult to implement, and so it is also not going to be in there for launch. And as far as spectator mode or AR racers in multiplayer races, those will be missing at launch as well. They will be coming at a later time, saying here, having players come into a featured multiplayer event and taking player slots and then spectating, it's not really the racing we had intended. Similarly, racing with AI and featured multiplayer with all its potential impacts on your safety rating also didn't make a whole lot of sense to have, and is not going to be available for us at launch. So there's 3 more features here that will not be available at launch. And this goes on top of, I think it's drag racing, and there was maybe another game mode, a very, very small game mode that won't be available at Forza Motorsport launch. So there is a big debate here. Should this game be delayed? Some people are saying yes, it should absolutely be delayed because these things are missing, and other people are saying these are minor details that are not going to take away from the full experience of this game, and there's no reason to delay this because of these couple of things that won't be available at launch. The game is still going to be pretty much fully fleshed out, and a lot of people are still going to want to play this. So that's the debate going on. And as I said at the beginning, I'm not the biggest racing sim fan in the world, but if I'm being completely honest, I honestly couldn't care less that these things here are missing from this game. I don't want them to delay this. I want this game to come out on October 10th. I don't think it's going to make any difference in the reception of Forza Motorsport if it releases at the quality that we are expecting a Forza Motorsport game to release at, which is extremely high quality graphically and gameplay. If it has a deep career mode, that's essentially all I care about for a game like this. That's what I'm going to be playing the majority of my time. Probably pretty much all I'm going to be playing when it comes to Forza Motorsport is the single player career mode style. So personally, I couldn't care less that these things aren't here. This isn't something like split screen and Halo Infinite, which actually did piss me off that they weren't able to put that out, because that was a game mode I played growing up all the time, and I was planning to play it again with Halo Infinite. Now, Halo Infinite, as of this point, even without that split screen, I've kind of forgiven it because it is in such an incredible state. I think Halo Infinite is the GOAT right now for online shooters and for live service games. It is that good in my opinion, and maybe I'm just super high on it right now because I'm playing a ton of it and I'm completely addicted to it, but I think Halo Infinite right now is amazing. But I don't think this is anywhere near in terms of missing content, anywhere near something like Halo Infinite was in terms of the multiplayer side when it launched, and anywhere near something like Redfall when it launched. I think there are some people that really want this game to be delayed, and there are some people that don't care, and that's fine. Those are all people's opinions on this thing. But for me personally, I couldn't care less. So I really want to know what you guys think in the comments below about Forza Motorsport and having these game modes delayed. But I'm going to leave the video there, guys. Let me know what you think about all of this type of stuff, from the PS5 Slim to Call of Duty selling extremely well and the game modes missing from Forza Motorsport. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. If you're new here, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. We'll be right back.